Imagine a place on Earth where modern civilization has never truly arrived. A small island hidden deep in the Indian Ocean. No cities. No roads. No internet. No contact with the modern world. An island where outsiders are not welcome and almost nothing is known about the people who live there. This is North Sentinel Island, home to one of the world's last uncontacted tribes, the mysterious Sentinelese people. For thousands of years, they have lived completely separated from the rest of humanity, protecting a way of life that has remained almost unchanged by modern civilization. North Sentinel Island lies in the Andaman Sea, approximately 1,200 kilometers from mainland India. The island covers around 60 square kilometers and is surrounded by beautiful coral reefs and crystal-clear waters. Dense tropical forests cover almost every part of the island. From high above, it looks like a paradise untouched by time. But beneath this peaceful beauty lies one of the most isolated places on Earth, a place that has remained largely closed to the outside world for thousands of years. Unlike the modern world, where people are connected through technology and travel, North Sentinel Island exists almost entirely on its own. The Sentinelese have lived in isolation for countless generations. They have never become part of modern civilization, and very little is known about their daily lives. This extraordinary isolation has made North Sentinel Island one of the most fascinating and mysterious places on our planet. The Sentinelese survive through hunting, fishing, and gathering food from the forests and surrounding seas. They build simple shelters and use bows and arrows with remarkable skill. They do not practice agriculture and have little or no contact with modern technology. Everything they need comes directly from their island environment. Their way of life offers a rare example of how humans once lived thousands of years ago, relying entirely on nature for survival. Nobody knows exactly why the Sentinelese chose isolation. However, researchers believe that over many thousands of years, they developed a way of life completely dependent on their island. To them, outsiders may simply represent danger. Their isolation is not necessarily a mystery of fear, it may be a conscious choice to protect their community, their traditions, and the world they have always known. In the late 1800s, British colonial officers attempted to explore North Sentinel Island. During one expedition, several islanders were taken away from their home. The adults soon became seriously ill, likely because they had no immunity to outside diseases. The children were eventually returned to the island. This tragic event may have deeply strengthened the Sentinelese people's distrust of outsiders and shaped their determination to remain isolated. During the 20th century, researchers made several attempts to establish peaceful contact. They left gifts on the beaches, including coconuts and metal tools. Sometimes the Sentinelese accepted these offerings. At other times, they responded with arrows and warning gestures. These encounters showed that the Sentinelese carefully controlled any interaction with outsiders and clearly preferred to keep their distance. In December 2004, a devastating tsunami struck much of the Indian Ocean region. Entire communities were destroyed, and countless lives were lost. Authorities feared that the Sentinelese people had also been wiped out. To find out, helicopters were sent to survey North Sentinel Island. What they discovered surprised the entire world. As a helicopter flew over the island, a Sentinelese man emerged from the forest. He calmly drew his bow and fired an arrow toward the aircraft. It was an extraordinary moment. The tribe had survived one of the deadliest natural disasters in modern history. And their message was unmistakable. We are here, and we wish to be left alone. isolated tribes like the Sentinelese, contact with outsiders can be extremely dangerous. Even common illnesses such as influenza, measles, or the common cold could spread rapidly among people who have lived separately for thousands of years. Their immune systems may have little protection against diseases carried by modern visitors. This is one of the biggest reasons why experts believe protecting their isolation is essential for their survival. Today, the Indian government strictly prohibits anyone from approaching North Sentinel Island. A protected exclusion zone surrounds the island, and unauthorized contact is illegal. The purpose of these laws is simple: to preserve the tribe's safety, independence, and right to live according to their own traditions. In many ways, the greatest form of protection is allowing the Sentinelese to remain undisturbed. In 2018, an American missionary named John Allen Chau illegally traveled to North Sentinel Island. He hoped to establish contact with the tribe. The Sentinelese repeatedly warned him to stay away. Tragically, the encounter ended with his death. The incident reminded the world that North Sentinel Island is not a tourist destination or an unexplored adventure. It is the home of a people who have consistently chosen isolation. Despite decades of curiosity, scientists still know very little about the Sentinelese. Nobody knows exactly how many people live on the island. Estimates range from a few dozen individuals to perhaps more than 100. Their language remains undeciphered. Their customs, beliefs, traditions, and social structure continue to be among the world's greatest anthropological mysteries. The Sentinelese remind us of a world that existed long before modern cities, governments, and advanced technology. Their way of life offers a rare glimpse into how small human communities may have survived for thousands of years using only the resources around them. They represent an extraordinary chapter of human history that still exists in the modern age. North Sentinel Island is far more than an isolated piece of land. It is a living reminder that human civilization does not follow a single path. While much of the world races toward the future, the Sentinelese continue to live according to traditions that may be tens of thousands of years old. Their island remains one of Earth's last great mysteries. And perhaps the greatest lesson they teach us is this: sometimes, the most respectful thing we can do is simply leave a mystery undisturbed.